Have you ever felt a subtle shift in your relationship, a quiet distance growing where there once was closeness? I did. It wasn't a sudden explosion. It was a slow, creeping cold that started with something as simple as her phone. Our evenings used to be our time. We'd talk about our day, laugh, and just be together. Then, her phone became a constant companion. At dinner, on the couch, even in bed, her fingers would be flying across the screen, a faint smile on her lips that wasn't for me. When I'd ask who she was texting, she'd just say, "Oh, just a friend from work." I believed her. Why wouldn't I? We had built a life together, a family. Trust was the foundation of our home. But the friend from work started taking up more and more of her time. The late-night texts became late-night phone calls. She'd take them in the other room, her voice a low murmur I couldn't quite hear. "It's just work stuff," she'd say. A big project. The excuses were always plausible, always just reasonable enough to make me feel guilty for doubting her. I started to feel like an intruder in my own marriage, a third wheel to her and her phone. The emotional distance grew into a chasm. The inside jokes we shared were replaced by references to conversations I wasn't a part of. She'd laugh at a text, and when I'd ask what was funny, she'd wave it off, saying, "You wouldn't get it." It felt like she was living a parallel life, one where I was just a background character. The intimacy we once shared, both physical and emotional, faded away. I felt incredibly lonely, even when she was sitting right next to me. The breaking point came one evening. She was on the phone, laughing, and I heard her say something that shattered my world. She was talking about our future, but not with me. She was making plans, sharing dreams with him, the friend from work. She was confiding in him about her frustrations with our marriage, her hopes for her career, things she hadn't shared with me in months. It was a betrayal deeper than any physical act could ever be. She had given him the part of her heart that was supposed to be mine. When I confronted her, the truth finally came out. She admitted she had developed deep feelings for this other man. She cried and said it never got physical, but in a way that made it worse. She had built an entire emotional world with someone else while letting ours crumble, an affair of the heart. We decided to try and work through it. We went to counseling. It was grueling. I had to face the reality that my wife, the person I trusted most in the world, had sought emotional intimacy and comfort from another man. The scar from that emotional betrayal is still there. It's a constant reminder of how fragile trust can be and how easily a marriage can be broken. It's not by a single act, but by 1,000 tiny emotional cuts. Rebuilding trust is the hardest thing I've ever had to do. It's a daily choice. Some days are good. We feel close, like our old selves. Other days, the insecurity creeps back in. I see her on her phone, and that old knot of anxiety tightens in my stomach. Even though I know she's just scrolling through social media now, for anyone going through something similar, know that your feelings are valid. Emotional betrayal is real, and it hurts profoundly. It's a lonely and confusing place to be. If you're struggling, please consider talking to a professional. Counseling can provide a safe space to navigate these complex emotions and find a path forward, whether that's together or apart. You don't have to go through it alone. Thank you for listening to my story.